The sculpture that started breathing. There are moments in art where the line between stone and skin begins to blur. Where something that looks carved suddenly feels alive. We usually think of sculpture as frozen time. A body turned into permanence. Emotion locked into material. But what if that idea is reversed? What if the sculpture was never frozen, but only waiting to breathe? In conceptual photography, the human body can be transformed into something that feels ancient. Not by changing what it is, but by changing how it is seen. With light, with texture, with silence. When skin is treated like marble, everything slows down. Movement disappears, expression becomes stillness, and the body stops behaving like a living subject. It begins to feel like history, like something discovered rather than posed. The viewer no longer sees a person. They see forms shaped by time that does not belong to them. But then something subtle happens. A shift in breath, a change in posture, a softness in the stillness. And suddenly, the sculpture feels wrong. Not broken, alive. This is where the illusion begins to collapse in a beautiful way. Because the human body cannot fully become stone. No matter how it is lit, framed, or styled. There is always something underneath. A pulse that cannot be removed. A presence that resists stillness. And that resistance is what creates tension. The viewer starts to question what they are seeing. Is this a sculpture pretending to be human? Or a human pretending to be sculpture? That uncertainty is the point. Because in that space between object and life, the image becomes something else entirely. Not documentation, not performance, but transformation. A body that looks carved by time, yet refuses to stop living. This is why classical sculpture continues to influence photography even today. It carries a language of permanence. But photography introduces something sculpture never had: time inside stillness. A captured moment that still feels like it might move again. And when the body is treated as sculpture, but still allowed to breathe, we experience a contradiction. We are looking at stillness that is not actually still. We are looking at stone that remembers being skin. And maybe that is the real illusion. Not that humans can become sculptures, but that sculptures were always trying to become human. Waiting in silence, waiting for light, waiting for breath,